Hello everybody, and welcome to Palms Inn days 23 to 27. Thought I would do a video entry this time around. Wanted to thank everybody. I had nearly 50 people reach out to me on Facebook and thank me, congratulate me on the job that I briefly had with American Power and Gas. That did not work out, and I don't want to get credit where I shouldn't get credit on that deal, because I trained a week ago Wednesday, which was, let me see now, the date is the 14th, so that would be the 8th of March. And when I got up to the sales floor on the 9th, things got a little weird. My biggest problem was when you call people and try to identify people, it was white background with dark text, and for about all the last 8 to 10 years I have not been able to see that very well. But another thing about AP&G was when they train you, they act normal, and then when you go out on the floor they start acting cultish. Like if you're getting instructions, they want you to stand up. If you're drilling on things to say in the script, they make you stand back to back with somebody, and I thought it was cultish. And I really feel that as I walk over here and look at my laundry that I'm doing on Tuesday about 2:30 in the afternoon here, a little cooler than it has been most of my stay here. It's been about 73 degrees, and I got somebody walking by, so just hang on a moment. Hello, hey doggies. So I apologize to you all that didn't work out. I thought it was going to work out. But what I have decided to do is basically go into business for myself. Remember, if you would please, that right before I got the job with AP&G that crashed and burned so quickly, I got a job with a company out of Utah that was selling grants. So I'm going to do that. And I pointed out that the Wi-Fi here wasn't all that good. So, you know, sometimes you got to spend money to make money, and you got to spend money sometimes when you don't have a hell of a lot of money. So that's what I did. I bought for a very, very low price, I bought a T-Mobile Galaxy A23 phone, which is what I'm recording on this on right now. And eventually I'm going to get rid of my iPhone that I have had a couple of years. So those of you who know my number, and haven't gotten it updated in the last 3 months, reach out to me, or I'll reach out to you and I'll give you the new number. It's another 727 number, and I'm eventually going to phase the iPhone out because the microphone on it wasn't working, and people would be calling me and I would be going, huh? Huh? They'd be going, huh? Did you say that again, Sonny? So that's what I'm going to do. I should have enough to make it for the next 3 weeks, next three times the rent is due. But if anybody wants to help me, go for it, because I could use all the help I can get. And I'm basically emptying out everything I got to make this work. And tonight, since it's been about a week and a half since I have studied the information on the grant selling, and I could do this anytime I want, and I could do it from home, and that's what I want to do. So tomorrow I will start that, and hopefully things will go well, because I really need things to go well right now. I don't want to go broke living here, and I did this so I could stay close to my mother. By the way, Mom is fine. She hasn't had any other falls in the last few weeks. I haven't seen her because I've been trying to figure out what I was going to do after I got the new phone. And the reason why I got the new phone is so that I would have bandwidth to communicate with everybody. I didn't want to rely on the Palms Inn Wi-Fi unless it was a last resort. So Mom's doing fine. I need to go see her, and I probably will the next few days. And I thank you all for the congratulations. Unfortunately, it was short-lived, but I am committed to getting some income going here. Fortunately, I have food stamps, and that'll be enough to last me. But this phone is going to cost me $100 a month, so I'm going to get rid of the old iPhone, which was costing me another $45. I got in contact with HEP. The problem that I had with HEP, and it was only one, is that you transfer your mail there, but when you try to get your mail to your new address, which for me is here on Fletcher Avenue, I'm not going to give out my address. You think I would do that? No. The problem is because it is a business, you can't get your mail delivered here. So I've been trying to contact people and telling them my new address. Other than that, I wish things were going better on the income front, but we're going to do the grants job. That's the remote position, and they're based in Utah, and I'll be based here. I was trying to get a second remote job through something called the Vegas package, where you call people up and sell Vegas packages. And I lived in Las Vegas twice, very briefly each time, 3 weeks each, in 1996 and again in 2000. And so I know Vegas. It's not like it's a total foreign animal to me. So I looked into doing that. I called them today, and they said, "Oh, the positions are filled." So we'll just keep an eye on that, because that pays way more than what this job that I have now will. And there was also another phone job on Fowler Avenue here in Tampa, but I think that is connected to the mayoral elections here in Tampa, that I think Jane Castor will wind up getting another term for. She is a former cop, Democrat, so that's pretty much a good combination. If you're a Democrat that's tough on crime, you're going to get reelected in Florida. I don't care what anybody says. But I didn't really want to do polls anyway, because after the 2020 elections, I'm kind of a political atheist. I could really give a crap about either party right now. I just, they were playing their little game that they act like they're foes, and then when a president comes along who's popular with the people, they turn on him. And that's just my take on it. So, the political, Ron DeSantis I like, but the political realm could mostly go to hell as far as I'm concerned. And I think we need to get third parties, fourth parties, fifth parties, 23rd parties. I don't care. I think we need more political parties than just two. And I think the Democrats and the Republicans do a good job of just handing the people a shit sandwich whenever they want to. And with that, I'm going to bid you all adieu. Thank you very much for watching this video. And by the way, for the person who donated detergent, I'm in the laundry room right now, and that detergent works great, like Tony the Tiger would say. And with that, I bid you all adieu, and I just wanted to do a video entry today as opposed to writing this down, because I think explaining myself video-wise, I could probably explain myself talking to you better than I can writing it all down. And again, if you have Cash App, it's $ Paul Blom. If you know, it's just my name without a space, so it's just Paul Blom. People say I've been a Paul Blom for years, but I say I am a Paul Blom, but I'm not a problem. So that's pretty much how all that goes. So bye-bye, everybody, and I'll catch you all again soon. Greetings from my room inside the Palms Inn here in Tampa, Florida. It is the 15th of March. It is just before noon. In fact, let me just check my computer here, see what's happening. 11:44, my laptop computer, which I'm going to be working off tomorrow. Had the Zoom interview with the boss out in St. George, Utah. That is all a go. And 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern time tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and start. And I feel very confident. This is very high tech. And I have a feeling that the technology is really, really going to help me out in terms of my abilities. to work this job. So we'll start at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Today I am going to do my little homework. I'm going to look at the demo. There's a program called Surf CRM that I use, and as long as you have a good laptop connection, and I got the, as I was telling you yesterday, I got the T-Mobile phone. So if there is a problem with this connection, I have a backup plan with this. The Zoom call, I was on the Palms in Wi-Fi and it worked good. So I'm just going to probably just use that and keep the T-Mobile as a backup, the T-Mobile hotspot as a backup for that. And we're good to go on that score. It is cold today here I don't want to say cold. I hate saying cold being a Floridian because I've lived in Marietta, Georgia, and I've lived in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I know what cold is. It's damp is what it is today because it's been raining this morning. The low was in the low 50s, and we thought we were done with wintertime. Of course, Christmas, it was very cold. We had a freeze. I think Christmas Eve morning and Christmas Day, as you hear the peanut gallery going on outside. I wish they would have their conversations all at once instead of like spreading them out like every 30 minutes up until like about 11:30 at night. But they must be friends or roommates or whatever the hell. I'm really not interested in it too much, other than the fact that when you try to get to sleep, and you hear them now. You hear them now, they bore the hell out of you because they're talking about their lives, and it's like, hey, outside of the two of you, nobody cares. And I keep to myself, and I talk to Ella a little bit in here, Ella the cat, and you hear them making a bunch of racket right now, but that's fine. Like I said, it's nearly noontime, so I'm going to listen to a few of my podcasts. By the way, if you want to know my favorite podcast, Phil Hendry is my favorite podcast, I think, by far. I think Neil Rogers out of Miami, Art Bell, and I was thinking about this list of some great. No, I wouldn't put Rush on it because Rush was partisan. Rush was a good entertainer. God bless his soul, Rush Limbaugh, but I would not put him on my Mount Rushmore. It's Bob Lasseter. Bob Lasseter, who was a talk show host here and in Chicago up until the late 90s. Had a pretty short career, didn't have the longevity. Neil was a gay talk show host in Miami, and it took me a long time to figure out he was gay because he really didn't talk about it all that much, and he was simulcast here in Tampa. Phil, when I worked in radio, I worked with somebody who worked with Phil, and Phil does that little shtick of his that's a great parody of talk radio. And Art Bell, because Art Bell, and Phil Hendry has said this, Art Bell was one of the first guys people would call it and say, hey, I seen UFOs, and Art Bell would say, really? Tell me about it. And he was the first guy that really didn't poo-poo ufology. And yes, I do believe that we've been visited and probably will keep being visited by aliens. And maybe we're the aliens. Who knows? I'm open to all ideas and all thinking about that. So I just wanted to come on, say hi. The job is still a go for, and I know my starting time, which is going to be 8 o'clock tomorrow morning here Eastern time. What I will do is probably work 4-hour shifts, like 8 to 12, take a 1-hour break, 1 to 5, take a 1-hour break. Some nights I probably will work a little past 6 o'clock, but mainly working those 2 shifts, try to get 8 hours in a day for 6 days. And that's how I'm going to play that out. And I'm very heartened by the fact that the Wi-Fi connection here seems to work. So I think we're good to go. And I think I got a horse here I can ride. And I thank you all for tuning in. This has been Palms in Day 28. I've paid the rent for the week coming up. They allow you to do that in advance if you keep your receipt. Other than that, have fun, everybody. I'll try to. Bye-bye for now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to day number 29 here at the Palms Inn in Tampa, Florida. your buddy with you. And today was my first day of work with the U.S. branch job in Utah, which I do remotely here in Tampa. And I trained a little bit before I got on the phones for like about 7:30 to 9 this morning. And my goal was to work about 6 hours and then work 7 tomorrow and then 8 on Saturday. And we got the first part done. So we'll see what happens. One problem has kind of become noticeable, and that is I have to hit certain benchmarks. At the 5-hour mark, I hit my benchmark, and I need a little bit of good luck tomorrow morning to hit my benchmark at the 10-hour mark. Otherwise, I have to wait and meet with the boss over Zoom on Monday. So that would be, a good chunk of Friday and Saturday I won't be able to be working, and I kind of need to be consistently working in order to make ends meet around here in a couple of weeks. So that's where we're at right now. And I didn't know that part until today. And the job itself is doable, and all of that. It's just that, it's just every time you see something that looks like something that I can do, you hit a brick wall at some point or another, and they don't tell you up front that this could happen and this could happen, and X what could happen and Y could happen and Z can happen, and it's getting all very, very frustrating right now. So it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. I'm here with Ella, beautiful Miss Ella, who is sitting on the bed with me, and got to think what I'm going to do. I probably am going to have to do some work as a day laborer to make ends meet financially, because it's going to get real tight by the end of the month. And I want to stay here. I want to stay here in Tampa, and I definitely want to stay here close to Mom, and it's starting to look like it may not be a possibility. And I don't know where I would go if I couldn't stay here. I know I have one of my childhood friends said, Claremont up by Ocala would be a possibility, but this all came about a little bit too fast for me. And to recap, I did not want to stay at HEP past day 90. I got out on day 89. I could have stayed another couple of weeks and hoped that the mobile home in Largo would have worked out for me. And that turned out to not happen. And they never called me back, so I guess that they were selling smoke to everybody and telling everybody, oh, you got a place to live, and then it winds up being not to be. So when that was going on and HEP told me to look for Plan B, I found this place, the Palms Inn here in Tampa, where the Wi-Fi just barely works and the TV, you miss several channels. Like I can get Fox here, but I can't watch the March Madness on CBS, but that's fine. The one thing HEP taught me is you don't have to watch television, and I was very happy not to watch television and just kind of focus in on my life a little bit. But I'm hitting brick walls everywhere I go, and it's getting frustrating, to put it mildly. And I thought I would be able to get the job at Heights Industrial Supply, and I thought I did a good job in the interview, and they didn't give it to me. And I went over to American Power and Gas, and I had to commute back and forth between Tampa and Seminole and Pinellas Park, because they had like a temporary office in Pinellas Park until you did the training, and that didn't work out for me. This could work out for me long term, this job here with doing selling the grants. And I did sell one today, but I need to sell 2 within 4 hours, or I'm going to lose time. I decided about 3:30 just call it a day and take some rest, and hit it again tomorrow. But like I said, I'm going to have to day labor to make ends meet here. And I'm fine with doing that, although I've never done that in my life before. There is a day labor place a little north of me on Nebraska Avenue, and I'm fine with working odd jobs until the money starts coming in with this job that I have with the grants. But I was kind of hoping that, that there wouldn't be any hidden downfall or hidden down points to working with these people, and I think the job is doable, but I had no trouble with it. I had no trouble with it at all. It's high tech enough, like, when you call people, the names are already there, everything is there that you need to succeed, but that there are these checkpoints, and they want everybody to make 0.4 sales per hour. And I think I'm working the wrong time of the day. I think more people would be willing to buy if this were a night job. I'm going to look into the pollster job, see if I could do that, because I got to make ends meet around here, and time's getting short. So I'm getting frustrated about that. But as they say, let not your heart be troubled. I'm going to just do what I can, and if I need to make other plans, then I need to make other plans. I definitely want to stay around here for my mom in Tampa. She's just down the road from me, and I really don't want to move again so soon. But we'll see what we'll see. And when I get done with this post, I'm going to call up this pollster down on Nebraska by Fowler, and see if I can work for them, and I could do the grants job in the morning. But it's getting tight. It will be getting tight in a couple of weeks. I'm fine now, but you ever watch not Escape from New York, the Kurt Russell movie, Escape from L.A., which was the sequel in the 90s. And this one terrorist has Snake Plissken trying to make 5 baskets in a row, and you got 10 seconds to make a basket each time. And as he gets to trying to make the 4th basket, and he's trying to make the 5th basket, it's getting harder and harder to get. And if you don't make the shots and you don't score the 10 points, if you miss once, you get shot, and you're exterminated by this, I think it was a Cuban terrorist or something like that. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, and it's starting to feel that way. I'm starting to gain traction, but then I'm running into bumps in the road that I didn't think were going to be there. So we'll have to rethink things moving forward. And with that, I'm going to bid you all adieu. This has been the Palms In Video Diary for day 29. Catch you soon, folks. Bye-bye. Ella is here. She's trying to rest, actually, and I keep talking. I keep talking into this box, Ella. Right. So you all have a good night, and I got a lot to think about. Hello, everybody. This is the Palms In Facebook Diary for day 30. Ella, what are you doing? It's just text, honey. It's just text. You're fine. Ella is now sniffing my phone. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to St. Patty's Day. Ellie, I'm going to close up this laptop here because I don't want you putting your keys all over it and sending my web address bar to kicksoles.com or something like that. I don't even know if you know the .com part. But anyway, what does a cat know about computers? How you doing, gang? It is the 17th of March, St. Patty's Day. I have not started work yet today at a little past 11, but I'm going to get to it. Could be a short day because I did 5.5 hours yesterday, and there's this benchmark at 10 hours. Where they sip some not sweet tea. You don't drink sweet tea when you're a diabetic. But at any rate, Ella is just prancing around the table here that I work off of, and I think she's going to say, "Oh, she's sniffing the phone again." Okay, wonderful, honey. But anyway, it could be a short day. But if I could get a couple of sales early within the next 4.5 hours of working, and that's why I'm kind of delaying a little bit. I usually do my groceries on Friday and have them delivered. The guy walked right by me. The delivery guy walked right by me, put my stuff, At apartment 205, I thought management down there, who were very, very strict, because this is it's Nebraska Avenue, and the nearest intersection is I'm on Fletcher, and the nearest intersection is Nebraska. And this, back in the days before Governor Ron, was a very high prostitution area. And of course, we have a former cop that's the mayor of Tampa. So they cracked down on that, and they have a whole bunch of rules here to try to crack down on people who are paying rent here at the Palms Inn, go finding prostitutes and doing what they do with them. They're very, very strict, and I enjoy the strictness, because I'm out of that game. Let's just say, if it was 20, 25 years ago, it probably would be of interest to me, but my playing days are done. Let's just put it that way, unless anybody has some special sauce. But I'm about to start work. That's why I'm wearing the hat, because I just went out briefly and I was waiting and the guy walked right by me, put down the stuff at my apartment, at my apartment room outside the door, and I have a leaky gallon of milk, which I quickly put inside, and I could see that's going to be a mess in the next couple of days. But I'm already asking for a refund for Walmart on that score, because I didn't order a leaky gallon of milk. So I'm about to get started, and I think this job's going to work out for me. It's just there are going to be days with these benchmarks that I have to hit at 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours, 40 hours, 80 hours, where I might not have work for that day, and I'm trying to work this out so I'm on the phone 6 days a week, and if I don't get a couple more sales in the 4 hours, then I'm going to be looking at a downtime. I'm still looking to do day laboring should it be needed, but I'd be really willing to give a piece of the action that I make to get a loan. But we're not at that point yet. I won't know until a week from Monday whether we're at that point, and if that's what I need to do, then I have a meeting. I have a work meeting Monday midday, my time, about 11:30. So I can't do it Monday. I could start doing day laboring on Tuesday if I need to. And it's starting to look like that I might need to, but I'm keeping the faith. Thanks to everybody, and this is really why I wanted to do the video. I wanted to thank everybody for the encouragement that you gave me Thursday after I was working. I was feeling kind of blue and feeling like, gee whiz, this isn't going to work out for me either, and today, without the aid of Lexapro, which I have been off now, I took my final Lexapro yesterday, so I'm going to have to get on that stick. But I feel good today. I didn't, and there are going to be days where I have tasks to do personally, and I'm not going to get on the phones right away, but it will, by about 12, 1 o'clock I will be, and I could just continue that on through the night. All through the night, Cyndi Lauper, 1984, I think the winter of 84, going into 85, that was a hit. God, I know my 80s, I know my 80s pop, don't I? Anyway, let's see here. And that's pretty much about it. Everything's kind of the same. I'll do laundry tomorrow, Saturday morning, and then get on the phones. And you get incentivized for working on Saturdays. And then Sunday, there is no work, so I go see my mother over at Bristol. And just trying to enjoy things as I can. Ella sleeps while I do my work, and I'm petting her right now, so that's why the picture is kind of awkward. But that's pretty much it. I hope you all have a good weekend, and I thank you those who have been encouraging me and have been pointing out places I could work right now. I'm kind of pot committed right now to doing this job out of Utah, because anything I get now isn't going to help me come later. So I'm either going to be doing the remote job here, or I'm going to be day laboring, one of the two, as my father used to say all the time, one of the two. So that's pretty much it, and I will bid you all adieu. I'll probably do one of these over the weekend, but I won't do both days. I'll either do it Saturday and not Sunday, or Sunday or not Saturday. I want to do one with my mom, if she will allow me to, in her condition. And I said Harry. Ella just bit me twice on the elbow here, trying to get my attention, because she knows I'm not playing with her. Okay. Somebody called a doctor. No, she's just playfully biting me. But she does that much less than Harry used to do, my old cat. And for Harry. And with that, let me get out of here. Bye-bye for now, folks. I got a little editing to do with this. We live in the era of where the family dollar is king, with inflation going through the roof and the stock market kind of teetering on an edge right now. And within walking distance of me is this family dollar on Nebraska and 131st. So I'm going to go in and spend some of my food stamp money. Hello everybody, sorry for that little wiggle of the camera there. It's Sunday, it is the 19th of March. Didn't get the opportunity to get to work the last couple of days. I had a computer problem on Friday, got the blue screen of death, or whatever the Windows 11 equivalent is of it. You like the hat? I like the hat. Anyway, but you know, we live in an age where if something breaks down, you go on your phone, you go to Google, and it gets fixed. And I've done that over the years, maybe about half a dozen times. So I was able to fix this. Just going to give everything wide berth, and then get back to work on Monday. Also looking into a couple of ideas, because as I keep saying, and by the way, thank you for the donation, you who donated to me, and you know who you are. And my Cash App again is $ Paul Blanc. No space between the words. Okay, I'm on Route 1, heading to go see Mom now.
Nebraska Avenue, connection with Southeast 133, 42, 44, and Metro Rapid.
It's a very short trip on the bus. If I walked, it would take 20 minutes, and it's kind of cold. I got my vest on, about 60 degrees, and well, for us it's cold when it gets to 60. Okay. So I'm back home now. That was a legitimate crack up, folks. That I wasn't expecting at all, but sometimes when I get into the presence of my mom, I start tearing up. It's hard for me to put into words how I feel about the situation, other than I wish things had gone differently. And I think anybody who is in that position, I have several classmates who have had parents pass away, or parents who are suffering in bad health, and it's really painful. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that pain every once in a while. I'm not trying to say that I am the only one that feels that way. But I was with my mom for about an hour and a half, and then I walked home from Bristol, which is about 20 minutes walk. Got the temptation to stop somewhere and get something to eat for Sunday dinner, but I said no. I got plenty of stuff in the fridge, and the next couple of weeks I'm really going to have to resist those temptations. I'm not talking about the Temptations, the singing band of the 60s, 70s, maybe a teeny bit into the 80s. But that's how that went. Ellie is seeking my attention. She's wandering around. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to her. She's playing with my cords, my computer cords and my cell phone cord. And let me just show you. There she is, folks. She's playing away. Like she always does, and trying to get my attention. Was looking for me. She slept on this chair that I have, that I keep the computers and the table on. But it's Sunday. I wasn't doing anything with it, so I just let her sleep. And she's looking around. Ellie, you want to say anything? Huh? Like, ow, or something like that? Well, anyway, she's a good girl, despite her sometimes cantankerous and untimely behavior. So that'll do it for this weekend. It was the Palms Inn, days 31 and 32, and I'll be back with more soon. Bye-bye. Hi, sweetie. I'll get back with you in a moment. Hey there, everybody. It is Tuesday, December? No, it's March 21st. Sometimes the mind wanders, I guess. Job's still going on. During the last couple of afternoons, I've been looking into loan brokering, business funding, and normally this I was looking at it on Craigslist on Saturday, and normally this would be something I wouldn't give a second look to, but with the economy being the way it is, I was just having some dinner. I was just having a sub sandwich, trying to keep the cost of the food going down. What I do is I get a lot of sub sandwiches, and I get a lot of salads, and occasionally like burritos and Hot Pockets, good protein food, because I still got a tiny little bit of a wound on my right foot. The left foot wound is gone, for those of you who have been following that. But let me just get back to what I was saying. I think with the economy being the way it is, and I think with the banks kind of teetering, or they were teetering the past week or two, and it looks like that crisis for now has been averted, that money is going to become a big issue for a lot of these businesses. And I think right now, this loan brokering thing that I stumbled onto is going to be big. A big idea, and I'm going to give it a try as the money starts coming in with the other job. If any of you have a printer that works but can be spared, would you all let me know and get in contact with me, because that would go a long way to help me with my with this business goal I have. And I would really like to get started with that as soon as possible. The trainer, who is the CEO of this company, has some great ideas, kind of innovative. So I want to look into that and try to get that started in my spare time as soon as I can. And I got a lot of spare time, folks. Trust me. Today it was, as I say, a black car. Why do people have to park their cars to the point where the front of the car, they have to park in reverse, and they have to, they don't park, the front of the car is like towards getting out. I just think it's kind of elitist, but that's just me. Today it was 43 degrees here in North Tampa this morning, and the high was supposed to be around 80. So it's a strange day, but if you've been following the news, it really has been a strange day in some other fronts. With we could see history go down. We could see a former president be arrested, and I'm not going to get into a big political badinage about that. I think it's one of those things that's going to wind up speaking for itself, and I'm going to reserve judgment until the history books are written on all of that. But we'll see how it goes. I'm looking at the traffic on I-275, and I'm looking at the traffic on Fletcher Avenue. And let me turn that camera around and just kind of show you the lay of the land. I want to do one day. I want to show you the neighborhood I live in because it's very colorful. It's very colorful and very unusual compared to other neighborhoods. Let me just swing the camera around. So it's about 4 in the afternoon as I record this. People are coming home from work to this Palms Inn, and what's up here is a restaurant, and I have not been to a restaurant. It's not a Mexican restaurant, it's more like a Salvadoran restaurant, and they serve burritos, but they serve some other things too. I have not been in it yet, but I've heard some good things about it. And here's the interstate, and over here is Fletcher Avenue, and with that I'm going to bid you adieu. Bye bye for now, everybody. Hello everybody. I thought today, being Friday, what is today, the 24th of March, I thought I would show you my room here at the Palms Inn at Tampa, Florida, and how I live through a daily basis. Because, you know, some of you are supporting me, and I thank you very much for it. And I figured this is the least I could do to show you how what my life looks like these days. I feel like I'm Robin Leach. The late Robin Leach on Lifestyles and the Rich and Famous, but this is far from that. Hang on for a moment. I'm going to flip the phone around and I'll show you what I'm doing here. It's about noontime, and yes, it's a little messy, but it's like a studio apartment. You know, it's not one of the extended like budget suites of America in Las Vegas, which I thought would be a living circumstance that I would be in one day. And you hear a police siren going on behind me. But I just want to show you what you get for $305 a week. I got some various things over here. The TV doesn't really, well, it gets a few channels, but not a lot. I can't watch the March Madness that's been going on the past couple of weeks on CBS. And I've seen scores of NCAA tournaments. Seeing the one this year is not a priority. Now, I'm going to show you how I set things up, just so, you know, some of you all can give me ideas and whatnot. Down here is Ellie's food station, water. What I do is I have, and thanks to one of my donors for providing me the cat food, I still use the cat food, but Ella does not eat a lot of cat food during the day because she's very, very small, as you see her over here. She doesn't even weigh, I don't think she even weighs 10 pounds. So I just give her a small little portion of a can, and I save the rest of the can for future days, and I just go through a little bit of the can every day, and it makes the food go longer. That's something I just thought of like in the last day or two. Over here on the right, the blue bowl is where I put treats for her. She loves her treats. As one of my friends said to me once, you know, she gets too many treats and it's like crack cocaine for her. I do it out of love, but I don't give her too many, just a little, just like to fill up the bottom of the bowl, and that's it. And water on the left side. Now, I'll turn around here. They give you a desk, and I have various things on it. I'm thinking of just putting this aside. This is like a little thing you put on your head, like a little blindfold, and I was using that when I lived in HEP, but right now I don't really need it all that much. You see, I'm reading the book about Zig Ziglar. I picked this up at the HEP thrift store. And by the way, I would recommend wholeheartedly, if you are in Northwest Clearwater, go to the HEP thrift store. Wednesdays and Saturdays, they have great deals on clothing, and sometimes on a Saturday they'll have clothing for $1. I picked up 4 suit jackets for $15 there over the, and I wound up with a whole, truckload of clothes. And if my jobs ever get me to the point where I can move out of here, I'm going to have more clothes than I know what to do with, because I picked up so many here. I still deal with a little hole in my foot on the right foot, so I don't like to use Band-Aids, big Band-Aids, so I'm still using the stuff. I haven't been to wound care in over a month, or just about a month, and I probably should get on that now that I'm living over here in Tampa and find somebody new. But I'm just trying to get a flow going in my life. The remote is for the air conditioning unit you see here. And always wondering what that red, I think that might be a check filter light, and I'll tell them about that Monday, because it's almost halfway to Friday and it's still going along singing a song. I might investigate that a little. Now, if you a little bit over the weekend. Now, if you saw my last post, I picked up a printer that I'm going to use for one of my businesses, business funding business, and it's a printer I picked up for $40, and I had to pick up some printing paper, and I had to pick up some Sharpies of different colors for one of my businesses, and have that option available. If this business funding thing goes well, then my problems are going to be far behind me. And even though I still have the grants, I haven't been working on the grants job as much as I've been going to. I'm just trying to go too fast, and trying to get back on that horse today, because I got to get money coming in. What's the old Simply Red song? Money's too tight to mention. I keep a few bags here for the medical equipment for my foot, and I wear. Another thing I picked up at HEP is these like flip-flop shoes. One day I was with a friend. It was the day of the Super Bowl, and I always used to wear Skechers. And we got into it was like on Sunday night. The Super Bowl had just started between Kansas City and Philadelphia. Anytime I could get, a little female attention, I go for it. At my day and age, I'm 51. My playing days sexually are over, and don't feel bad for me. I had a lot of fun. But here are my shoes, and I lost a Sketcher, because Skechers just kind of easily fall off of you, and these shoes do also easily fall off of you. But I like them. I like these red shoes. I got black shoes just like them when I got up the HEP thrift store. So here's the AC unit again. I don't believe there is a heater in this unit, because it did get cold early this week. It was like 43. On Tuesday it was 43, and then the high got up to 81. And Sunday it's going to be 90 here for the first time this year, so we're looking forward to that, me and Ella. This is the bed. The bed, as you climb into it, climb out of it, the top, the mattress part, kind of flops around very easily. And when I moved here, oh, by the way, this blanket that I have has been getting a lot of use. A fellow I was living with named Drew gave that to Ella, and Ella and I use it a great deal. Drew, if you're out there in Portland, Oregon, there you are. And the comforter that I got, I should have bitched to Walmart about the comforter, because it's got like little pocket. I can't show it to you now because Ellie will wake up. But this is the condition I got. See all these holes in the top of the comforter? That's something I stumbled upon when I want to get another comforter at some point. It works for me fine. Most of the time when I sleep over the comforter and under a blanket. And I haven't gotten a lot of sleep lately the last couple of days, and I don't know why that is. You get lights here, you have a computer here. This is the printer I just picked up. And I was listening to one of the lectures, one of the seminars that I listened to during the course of the week about the business funding, and I'm in the middle of that right now as I record this. Now over here, a few snacks. Usually get some Walmart food in here on Fridays or Saturdays. Popcorners has become a favorite of mine, and I also like the soups, because you could put water, you can go to the sink and put water. There is, no sink for kitchen purposes here. You've got a microwave. Take another one of my donors for the Redenbacher popcorn. I'm a big fan of white cheddar popcorn. And I also keep cashews in the house, in the apartment, because that helps my foot too. Cashews and beef jerky are two big things for me. I keep a broom and a dustpan here. I need to go get a mop, and I need to get one of the guys I was living with at HEP was very big on Fabuloso, and I need to mop the floor here because I've been there now over a month and I haven't done that. Up here I keep Ella's actually. I keep calling her Ellie. I just kind of like that because I have a cousin named Ellen. I keep her chicken temptations, spoons and forks. I ran low on spoons, so I have those here. Bowls, I use one of those a day. I also like to keep some microwavable breakfasts in here. Cups and plates, Cheerios, cereal, which I have every once in a while. Don't have it permanently. So we come over here to the closet, and like I told you, most of this is stuff I picked up through HEP. It became a little pastime of mine, and didn't cost me a heck of a lot. Hats. I'm wearing my Dunedin Country Club hat, one of my 2 Dunedin Country Club hats. This was another donation. These 2 bottles here, detergent that one of my dear friends from think of it, Polly. From school gave me, one of my school friends. And another hat, Rumble, which is kind of like conservative YouTube. And not everything is organized here. This is my sink. I keep a ton of stuff on my sink because I really don't have another place to put it. Shaving cream. I got a good deal at the HEP thrift store on Q-tips, like 75 cents. I got 150 of them. Still using my deodorant from when I was in the hospital. And I keep various things here. The sink will get dirty. The sink will back up, and I shave on that. So I don't want the sink to grow a beard. My shaving razor from earlier today. I like to shave maybe twice a week at most, but most times I go like maybe 5-6 days before I shave. And here I am, my navy shirt that I got through HEP, and I also got these. Well, they're bathing trunks, but I like wearing them around the house. Some cleaning bleach cleaner, and I'll move over here to the bathroom. I picked this up when I moved here at the Walmart off of Fletcher. Chill Out. I thought that was nice. I need to get some more air spray because this is pretty much, and it frightens Ellie when I use it because if she's too close. And when I'm in the bathroom, I usually keep the door open because it's just me in here. See, I'm definitely going to need some more of that. Toilet paper, I usually keep behind the toilet, and if I am doing the waste extraction that requires toilet paper, then that's what I use. And I have like about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more rolls of toilet paper. Yeah, I got that the first day I was here. Toilet bowl cleaner, which I have. Whoops, something fell. Something fell, folks. So this is. Yeah, I got stuff I don't even use. But you think you're going to use it, and that's what happened. And get the sink here, and you got the lever you pull to get water, and you go all the way. It gives you hot water. And I have soap here. It looks like I don't have a lot, but I do. Body wash I'm running out of, and shampoo. Still have plenty of shampoo. That was like one of the last things they gave us at HEP. They gave us like 2 big bags of like toiletry items. They gave me 1 bag, and then they gave me another bag, and I was like, stop, you're giving me too much, and I'm just about to move. So that's pretty much how that rolls. Ellie's, what I put Ellie in when I have to move her, her kennel. And that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed it, folks. I just wanted to show you what you get when you go to the Palms Inn. I like it here. They're very, very strict on rules, but that's fine because I'm not a John looking for a hooker. So I really don't care, you know, about the rules about visitors and all that. This used to be, this area, I don't know if it still is, was a big prostitution zone. Nebraska Avenue, Florida Avenue, that would go north and south, up through North Tampa, and Fletcher Avenue was kind of like a, you know, it was a big prostitution hotspot. Occasionally here you will get solicited, you know, you got people coming up, hey, can I have a couple of bucks to go grab a bus? And in the coming days, I'm going to just walk around outside and just show you what goes on here. So I like to keep you all informed. A lot of you have supported me, and I thank you very, very much for it. And this is just my way of giving back, just doing this video and telling you what goes on here. And with that, I bid you all adieu. Thank you for your patience. If you sat through this video that probably will be in the neighborhood of 16 to 18 minutes, thank you very much. Thanks a million. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. And with that, I bid you adieu until later. Bye-bye for now, everybody. Greetings, everybody. It is the 26th of March. It is, don't you hate people when they talk on the news and they do the thing with the eyebrows as they talk? You know, it's a good indication that somebody ain't telling you the truth. In that situation, you know, they're doing jump ropes with their eyebrows. The woman that was Fauci's understudy, Walensky, I think her name was, she did that all the time when she was at Capitol Hill, and she would talk with her eyebrows. She, you know, her eyebrows would play jump rope with everybody. She does that all the time. But, you know, that's beside the point. I'm here. I'm doing laundry. I'm trying to be the Tom Landry of laundry, but I don't think anybody younger than me would get the Tom Landry reference, but that's okay. Today I'm going to try to show you around the neighborhood here in North Tampa, and when I put my laundry in the dryer, I'm going to walk down to the Family Dollar, and I'll just show you things on Nebraska Avenue and just talk to you a little bit. So, yeah. Well, gang, I'm just outside the Palms Inn. We're on Fletcher Avenue. Way too bright to shoot, but I'm going to try to do the best I can with this. The best thing about living here is you got 4 bus routes within a short walking distance. If I walk over here, I can catch the 1 or the 33. The 33 goes to a hospital west of here, down to the University Area Transit Center. 1 goes all the way down Florida Avenue, goes to the transit center. 400 is the Metro Rapid Express, and that goes all the way down Nebraska Avenue to downtown Tampa, and if you take it the other way, it goes to University Area Transit. And 42 I have yet to be on. It's kind of a loop around North Tampa. Okay, a little more video for you now. I am at the corner of Nebraska and Fletcher, on Fletcher looking east towards this intersection here. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that or not, because I can't tell because it's so bright out here. Over here on the other side of Nebraska is Todd Adult Video and Charlotte's Cabaret. And I don't know if that is a topless bar or a nudie bar, and quite frankly, in my day and age, I don't really care anymore. Enterprise Rent-A-Car, a Chevron gas station. I think there's another gas station over here. Very narrow sidewalks on Fletcher, by the way, so if somebody yells at you, hey buddy, look out, take evasive action. That's all I can say. So if I was walking across the street, I'd hit the signal here. And the way you could tell that you're about to get on a 400 bus here in Tampa is the bus kind of looks like a mothership. It's a big old shelter. And you're south on 41. I'm heading taking the brief walk down towards Family Dollar. And hopefully I can get this stopped. So now we're about halfway between 131st Street, which is where I'm going, where the Family Dollar is, and Fletcher Avenue. I'm on Nebraska heading south. So what happens is, I made an error, by the way. The 400 bus shelter looks like a mothership. The 400 bus itself does not have any distinguishable characteristics. So I just thought I would mention that in passing. About 1 o'clock, it's, you know, Sunday afternoon traffic. I think everybody's watching something on TV. And occasionally you get very fast bicycles in the bicycle lane here, as you just saw. So I am heading down to Family Dollar. I'll pick up a couple of things, put them in my room, get the palms in, and finish this baby up. And we're back on the stoop just outside the laundry area. A couple of quick things. Everything's put away and ready for consumption in terms of what I got at Family Dollar, which was beef jerky, popcorn. When I'm doing laundry this time of day, I get a candy bar. Yeah, I know I shouldn't have it, but I do. Just as a little pick-me-up so I can get through the last part of what I need to do. And I usually pick up like a Diet Coke or a Diet Dr. Pepper or a Diet Pepsi, something like that. So that's what you missed. I haven't been to church for several weeks here. And you might remember I was talking about Higher Heights Church, which is just on the other side of Nebraska Avenue. And a couple of reasons why I don't go there. One, I go check on my mom on Sunday morning. I didn't do it this Sunday morning. I'm going to do it during the week because I start the new business opportunity with Mom and Pop Business Funding tomorrow, and start working on that, seeing if that will be viable. And secondly, when I was there, the one time I was there right after I came here in mid-February, they say they're non-denominational. But when I walk in, there is somebody singing "There's no God like Jehovah" over and over. So I kind of wonder if being non-denominational is just low-key double talk for saying, hey, there's a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses there. So I will eventually get back on that horse and try to find another non-denominational church around here, which that was kind of disappointing. If you're a non-denominational church, then why are you putting Jehovah's Witnesses over everybody else? I just thought that was kind of silly. But anyway, I'll go look for another non-denom church because I am Catholic and I am also Christian. I consider myself both, like a Catholic Christian. I always try to stay good with God because one day I'm heading up there, I hope. And I'm not trying to mock God by following both Catholic and Christian faith. It's just, I want to be close to God. That's all there is to it. I listen, in the meantime, I've been listening to this podcast of a church out of Biloxi, Mississippi. It's called Bible Study. And so I get my lectures there. The pastor who's there was very, very good, very eloquent speaker, and it's kind of nice listening to that while, I'd like to get my life going before I go back to church, which I know is counterproductive. You should be going to church and then hoping your life will be together. That's how I'm feeling right now. And with that, it has been another episode in the can here on Facebook. Bye-bye. If I can hit the button. Hello once again, everyone. Howard Cosell speaking of sports. Yep, I can still do that. Now nobody knows who Howard Cosell is. Anyway, it is the 29th of March, a Wednesday, day before baseball season starts, which is why I started with the whole Cosell thing. If you ask me who I like for the World Series right now, I'm going to go with Chicago White Sox and the San Diego Padres. That's my World Series pick for 2023. Don't see the Rays being as good as they were in previous years, 2020, 2021, 2022, with the changes in the rules and the base is getting bigger, and now you have a pitch clock, and now the defenses have to play in certain places, which I think is an absolutely batshit stupid rule. But that's just me. Little update. I'm going all in on the mom and pop business funding job. I'm looking at something on the floor here that seems to be sticking. There it goes. Anyway, like I said, I gotta get some Fabuloso and a mop and just do my thing here. Because every once in a while you just come up to these spots. Okay. I might have dropped something there or something like that. I got it now. Anyway, I see them. I don't see the Rays doing that well, but I've been thinking that now the last 2 or 3 years that this was going to be the season. The season that I think, they're not going to do well, and they wind up winning 90 games and making the playoffs, and then breaking our hearts in the playoffs. That's something that just winds up happening. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, going all in on the mom and pop business funding because I need to get some money in here super quick. The last couple of days, Tuesday, I had a meeting with one of the big bosses in Oregon via telephone, and I had a meeting with my team manager earlier this afternoon. I think it's doable, folks. I wouldn't be pushing my luck and going all in on this if I didn't think I could do it, and if I could get a sale or two, then I won't have to worry about living so close to the edge financially. And I think this is the moment I was meant to be put in life. So I'm going to give it a try. I like the grants job. They make it very easy for someone like me to operate and make phone calls and stuff like that. But I kind of think they built they treat the people that want grants as prey. And we'll give you a price at a discounted rate, but we're going to jack up our prices $10 or $13 in a month. I really don't want to be associated with that anymore. So we're going to go in on mom and pop. This is a job, folks, that is legitimate in every sense of the word. It's just you got to find the people, and you got to be on the phones finding the people. It's, again, I'm trying to play with this. I'll get a paper towel and wash this off here in just a moment. The things you find when you're doing videos, folks. But I'm going to go all in on it. It's just next couple of days I really got to bear down, try to get something, or I'm going to be day laboring, and that's going to take away from my time doing this. But that's pretty much the plan right now. And if I get a hit, they pay me right away, and what they pay me is life-changing money. And I think it's doable, especially in the times we live in now, where the banks don't give you anything if you're looking for a loan. And look at the speculation in the news about this bank going under or that bank going under. People are going to start realizing that business funding companies like the one I work for is the place to go to for loans if you have a business. Yeah, I'm doing kind of a commercial here, and that's it. The banks aren't going to be worth shit anymore, and we're putting, and our government's putting all this money into the banks. Sooner or later, they're going to run out of money. I mean, they've been operating at a deficit since Clinton's second terms, and I'm sorry here. I saw something flash here on the top of my phone. So it was just a YouTube thing. So that's where I'm going, folks. Pray for me, and like I said, if I could score a hit here, then it's life changing. Then I could get out of here. Palms Inn. I love being at the Palms Inn. They treat me very nice, and I don't disagree with any of their rules because they put the rules in for keeping hookers out of here, and that's fine. Not that I would be chasing after hookers anyway, but that's the way it is. So that's pretty much where I'm going tomorrow. Getting up, they give you. Sorry, I grabbed my nose there for a second. Trust me, nothing came out. It'll also be all over my hands. That's it's kind of a nervous habit of mine to go to my nose. Not the innards of my nose, but the outers of my nose, I guess you could say. So they do different marketing ploys, and what the guy who runs it, his name is Brett, is you listen to his wisdom on recordings, and that's what I did over training last week. I like him, and he's not doing too well, and I'm praying for him and praying for the best, and I know the company's in good hands if anything bad happens to him. So that's where we are right now, and if I could get rolling on a couple of sales, then like I said, I'm going to get out of the Palms, because I got a neighbor over here who, 11:30, 12 at night wants to chitty chat with everybody, and it's driving me crazy. And I'm not gonna go downstairs here to the office and say, you got a cretin over here that's making racket 12:30, 1 o'clock, because for all I know, this is what the guy could be looking for, so he could harass me. Not that he's not harassing me, I'm trying to sleep, saying, oh, I'll see you later, girlfriend, all that. No. I think he might be baiting me here, and you just got to be above it all. Just like, I grew up, for those of you who don't know me from Largo High or anything like that, I had a lot of people who aren't around anymore give me shit at Largo High, and I just said, okay, that's fine. And it was actually before Largo High, Largo Middle too. I heard what they had to say, and they never stopped saying shit to me. I was like, okay, fine. There was one time when I was in the 7th grade, a girl was harassing me, and you got to keep in mind this was 1984. This would be something if I did today would not be acceptable. And it was like the day after Memorial Day of '84, and we're just doing the last couple of weeks at school, and I've been listening to this girl's crap for, weeks and months on end, and she was pushing me around, so I just, and wouldn't you know it, nobody saw it. And I don't, I'm not into people who abuse women these days, but that changed me. And I try to treat everybody with respect, and I try to treat people the way they should be treated. And this girl was like, oh, you hit me. Oh, you hit me. You can't hit me. I'm like, lady, you've been talking shit about me ever since, the bell rang first day of school, September of '83. And you got your just desserts. And she would push me around, slap me around all the time. So I just, one time, whack. And I'm sorry I ever did it, and like I said, if it was something that, if I was 13 years old in 2023, I sure as shit wouldn't have been able to get away with it. But times were different back then. Times were most definitely different. Okay, I've rattled on here for about 9 minutes. Ella is brushing up against me, wanting to play with me, which I will do during the editing of this video. Ellie gets treated well. Ellie, all I want is Ellie to be happy. And honey, I'm going to try to make you happy these next couple of days, working very hard to try to get a sale. And with that, I bid you all adieu. Godspeed and God bless, as I always say. Be safe and be blessed, as I always say on Facebook. Trying to do this to where I'm doing a text post on Facebook and then alternating with video, because I know some people see the videos and not the text, and some people see the text and not the videos. And with that, I'm just going to shut up now. Bye-bye, everybody. You have a wonderful next few days. Hey, gang. April 2nd, 2023. Just wanted to check in and tell you the condition my condition is in. I'm sitting here at the desk. I got Sirius XM, 3-month free trial. On in the background, listening to the Rays Tiger game as they introduce Don Zimmer into the Rays Hall of Fame. Good choice. So here we are. This week I'm going to just push gonads to the wall on trying to get a big score with the mom and pop business funding idea. Maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't, but I really want to give that time. I'm pushing my T-Mobile bill back about a week. to try to get this accomplished. So I think it's a time to make a move here. And I've already told people on Facebook in my last text post, I'm alternating now between text posting and posting by video, to stop donating to me after this time. I'm going to put, if I did this right, which I don't know if I'm going to do it right because I haven't done it yet, I'm going to put all the information, the PayPal, the Zelle, the Cash App, and the Venmo on my titles. But after, it's Sydney or the Bush time, which is a phrase that was used in a series of Peanuts comic strips by Snoopy in the 70s. Sydney or the Bush, meaning either it's going to work or it's not going to work. And I'll tell you a little story real quick. 1989. Picture it, Sophia. 1989. Largo High School, Largo, Florida. I was not a great student. If the subject didn't interest me, my grades would go through the tank. So I would, my parents, of course, would look for my report card, and I tried to hide it from them. And, and there was this one time in January of 1989 where my mother, who, of course, is now, has dementia and is over here at Bristol, a little to the east of me, just sits me down and says, look it. We're trusting you to get good grades because we're trusting you to get a good life, and you're not studying enough. So what you're going to do is when you study, you're going to do it in front of us. My grades skyrocketed. Of course, it was a little late in the game for me because I only had one semester left in high school, and I got the honor roll each of the last 3 semesters because back then they divided the school year 6 ways, and you had 3 semesters. Well, you had 6 grading periods. You had 2 semesters. One was the fall going into the new year, and then the new year going to the end of the school year, which for us back then was early June. And that last semester, I did very well. I had, in the last 3 grading periods, I had honor roll each of the 3 times. So it went well, and I was a decent student. Of course, it was too late by then, but because my parents pushed me, I did well. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to a little kickstart on myself, because, of course, my parents are no longer here to help me, into not slacking off and into doing well with these 2 jobs that I have. The branch job is still around. I just passed the 10-hour plateau, and I have a meeting with the boss man on Tuesday, and I have my teleconference with the other job on Tuesday. One will be at 5, one will be at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So I'm just trying to give myself a little kickstart. Going to put a lot of focus and energies this week on the mom and pop job, and hopefully something will bear fruit. And if it doesn't, I'll bear the consequences, and I'll bear them gladly. But it's a real time to make a move here, and I think only bad things are going to keep happening if I don't. So that's where we're at. Other than that, life's pretty good. I met my neighbor. The one I've been saying has been giving me trouble. Well, it wasn't him that was giving me the trouble. It was somebody. There was a woman in the neighborhood, not in the neighborhood of Palms Inn. There was a woman that was next to me, and I didn't even know it, but she was kind of like a noise magnet. And one night she gets drunk and starts telling off the management in Palms Inn, not like to be told off, and she got 86th. So that might be a thing of the past. Cross fingers. They could always put somebody in here who makes more noise. But things are looking up. I really think that this next week I'm going to have a breakthrough. I might not. I'm open up to both ideas. Somebody posted to me on my a slice of Big Poly blog, which I still operate. Maybe put a blog post once every couple of weeks on there, as Ellie keeps playing with one of the box I keep my phones on, the printer box that I keep my phones on, just so I have some sort of furniture to put it on, because around here I really don't. Was telling me, so anyway, so that's the story on the neighbor. Where else was I? Trying to think of what else I needed to do. My brain's a little foggy this Sunday afternoon. But that's pretty much it. I'm going all in on this, folks. Another story, real quick. I used to play poker on PokerStars. This was, of course, back before in 2011 under Obama, and that's no slight at Obama. Believe me, right now, folks, I'm a political atheist. I don't believe anybody. I believe Trump a little more, but now they've indicted Trump, and we'll see what the charges are on that. And when the charges are announced, I'll look at them and make my own judgment. But it's not my voice that matters; it's the voice of the people who are going to be on Trump's grand jury, and so forth. But anyway, getting back to the story I wanted to tell, about a year before the government shut down online poker, because they thought online poker, it's so dangerous. I was a blogger. I had another blog before I started A Slice of Big Paulie in 2011, and my blog got me into a bloggers event on PokerStars for an event called Scoop, which was the spring. It's like the World Series of Poker, but it was for online players, and it had no connotation with the WSOP. And this was kind of back when poker was a little more big than it is now. And I did well. I had to play a horse event, and if you know anything about poker, that's Hold'em, Omaha High-Low, Raz, 7-card stud, and 7-card stud 8 or better, which is kind of like a high-low for 7-card stud. I did well enough to earn a ticket into one of the Scoop events. Or was it the WCOOP itself? I forget. And it was like a couple of months. And in that event, I just played very, very well, and I managed to cash out with $450. But I put that money towards the house, and at first I played a little bit, but I kept having feelings that it was, with online poker, you don't know if it's rigged or not or something like that. So I took the money out, and it was a good thing I did because, of course, a year later in 2011, they shut down online gambling in this country through, I think Full Tilt Poker was around, and then the World PokerStars. And there were other online poker rooms whose integrity was a little sketchy, and they said, no, we're not going to have you do this anymore. Of course, you can go to Nevada and do it, and you could go to another country and do it, but I was like, no, this ain't for me. But my strategy in playing online poker was, if I was down to my last chips, or even remotely close to being down to my last chips, and I had a good hand, I'd go all in. And you just use that to put pressure on your opponents, and oftentimes it worked, and maybe about a third or a half of the time it didn't. So we'll see what we'll see. And I also already had somebody try to tell me mom and pop business funding was a scam. I have seen no evidence of that, and there are certainly numerous businesses online, and one of my friends will tell you that I told her that I wasn't really high on doing work from home because most of the time you could see the scam. I haven't seen the scam with mom and pop business funding yet. I don't think it exists because I think I would have seen it if I had done it. Maybe, finding people that need loans is a needle in a haystack thing, but let's see. Let's put a solid effort into it this week, and if it doesn't work, then we gave our best. We being me. I got that little mouse in my pocket again. Sometimes I say we when I mean me. And if it doesn't work out, then I can certainly go day labor and do things. But I don't want people loaning me money forever. I want to stand on my own 2 feet. Easter is coming up. I'm going to go see my mom for Easter. Didn't get a chance to do it today because I was feeling kind of a little sick this morning. And trust me, if I get a big scale, if I get a big score on mom and pop, then I'm going to go see mom because this is the moment she should have seen. And with that, just leaving you on a somber note, because I'm a somber kind of guy, I guess. No, not really. I'm going to bid you all adieu. Have a good week coming up, and I'll do a text post on Facebook next time, and then after that, we'll come back and chat again. Bye-bye for now, everybody. Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Tuesday, April 4. Shots rang out in the Memphis sky. 55th anniversary of Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination. So April 4th, I always think of that song, Pride in the Name of Love, by U2. Things are changing, folks. I'm probably, in all likelihood, going to be moving north. Just about an hour's north, because I can't afford to keep staying here in Tampa. And the job situation here did not work out the way I wanted it to, so we're going to have to go and regroup. I guess I'm counting Ella in this little group of mine. I'm hoping it will just be for a little bit. It's possible that it could be just for a little bit, but it's time to regroup, and I'm hoping to move up a little north, up 75. Will change my luck. The Grants job went bye-bye. I wasn't doing it enough for I wasn't getting enough hours for the management to be happy with me. Wasn't doing enough hours. So U.S. Work at Home Solutions, look them up, St. George, Utah, if you're looking for work. It didn't work out for me. But that's my fault. That's my fault because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. And that's pretty much it. Going to do some day laboring days before I go, which is looking like it's going to be Wednesday of next week. But the problem right now is it's too darn hot here in the Tampa, Florida area. It's supposed to be 94 tomorrow on April 5th. It's way too soon for it to be that hot. So I'm going to wait till Friday, let the temperature cool down a little bit. It's only going to be 91 Friday. And next couple of days it's going to be like 94, 93 here. So I'm just going to work my mom and pop business funding job. And that could still hit. I could still get a hit on that. But regardless of which, I think I need to get out of Tampa. My mother has dementia, and it's not like she's going to get any better. Unfortunately, I'm going to see her on Easter Sunday, and that's going to be... And I will probably continue what I was doing when I was living in Seminole and then living at HEP in Clearwater and going and seeing her once a month. Her condition's deteriorating just a touch. She's not walking around the complex at Bristol as much as she would. Like if I went to go see her, she'd walk me around, and she kind of like her way of showing me the place. And the way she talks, she kind of talks like a child. And I'm not trying to demean her or anything like that. She did the best job she can with me. For my relatives who've been trying to figure out what's wrong with me, some of them have said over the years that I have Asperger's. I think I had discovered over the past few days that it's not Asperger's. Well, it could be Asperger's. But I think I have what's called CPTSD. Something happened to me in my childhood that gave me a PTSD, I think it's called. But if Vietnam veterans have PTSD. And something in my childhood gave me a PTSD. And with my childhood, it could have been many things. So that's my current thinking on that, just in case any of you are curious. As to what's wrong with me. And I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm closer now to 52 than 51. I'll be 52 September 6th, and I'm still trying to figure it out. I probably won't have it figured out when I die. So that's it, folks. I'll keep trying to make good videos for you. At least I could entertain you as I'm going through my struggles. And with that, I'll bid you adieu. We'll do a text update next on Facebook. And then we'll come back to at least one more video update before I go. But right now, unless I made a big score with the mom and pop business job, I'm going to stay right here. And even if I did make a score, I probably need a change of scenery. And I've done this before in and one of you who follows me knows this. 1994, I went up to the Lake City area, and I had a radio gig up in White Springs, Florida, which is kind of north and east of Lake City. Lake City, by the way, beautiful place in the state of Florida. Of course, the home of George Allen Pat Summerall, who is one of my favorite play-by-play guys in professional football. You know, Montana, Rice, touchdown 49ers. And yeah, he lived up there in Lake City most of his young life. So I love Lake City. Lake City is beautiful. It's not going to be that far up north, but it's going to be fun. I think. I think it's going to be fun to get a change of pace. Anything else happens with Mom, I guess I could come down. And you know, if things work out, I could wind up here in the Palms Inn again. And also, there is an RV park right next to the Palm Inn. I'll look into that, Palms Inn, and I'll look into that and maybe save some bucks over there. But anyway, you know, you could look at life with the glass half empty, and you could look at life with the glass half full. And right now, I'm trying to look at life with the glass half full. And with that, I'll bid you all bye-bye for now, everybody. We will be back in a few days, I would hope. Well, I don't know about you, but when the first thing you hear at 5:45 on a Friday morning is a woman yelling as loud as she can that a private part that she doesn't have needs lubrication, it's time to move. So they finally figured out there was a divot on the second floor, and here it is. Somebody stepped on it and damaged it last few days. And it's been covered up, so now if I have to get down to the first floor, I have to walk this way. I feel like Aerosmith. I'm with my mom now, Easter Sunday. Again, I'm not going to show you her because, you know, I know a lot of people have memories of my mom, and I want you all to keep those and not have it tarnished by seeing her. She's frail, but she's stable. She doesn't move around as well as she did when she first was here. But I love her. I love her just the same, and I'm hoping this is not the last time I see her. I could be moving in the next 3 days unless something very dramatic happens with the mom and pop job that I had. I'm going to be going to Leesburg. It will probably be safer. The building that I am in at the Palms Inn seems to be falling apart. They had a little, as you saw earlier, they had a little piece of a building taped up because it's kind of soft and kind of a divot. And it's been there since I was there, mid-February, so they're finally taking care of that. So if all goes the way it's most likely looking to go, I will be in Lake County Wednesday, and I am hoping for a miracle here. I was looking at my finances. I discovered that I don't have to day labor, so I'm just gonna, I will have just enough. I'll probably have like $5 to my name when I leave on Wednesday, but I'm going to focus Monday, Tuesday on trying to get a sale at Mom and Pop, and if that doesn't work out, then, you know, more's the pity for me, I guess. I have about a $99 bill with T-Mobile that I gotta pay, which I delayed paying until now. But I'm trying very hard, folks, and the fact that I'm just now discovering that I have CPTSD is not helping things any. I probably am not in the condition to do the day laboring anyway, so I'm gonna take a chance here, folks, and I gotta pray that it's gonna work out for me. So I'm back home now. Just got back in. What a mess, folks. What a mess. And, you know, it's not helping that I have learned that, like I was saying before, that I have CPTSD. And so what I'm going to do is this. I could scrounge up the money to pay the T-Mobile bill and get out of here without day laboring. And I probably wouldn't stand up to the day laboring anyway. My health would probably go to shit over it. So what I'm going to do, as you see, I catch my breath, I just walked up a flight of stairs, is I'm going to work my butt off here Monday and Tuesday and hope I could get a sale to stay here. If not, I will go up to Lake County with my friend's permission and help. help, not health. And I'm going to give it all I got. If I get something, if I get a hit, I'd probably stay at the Palms Inn one more week and then go look for an RV place to stay, because I don't think this is a good place for me. I'm just figuring that out now. Would you believe it? So I wish you all a very happy Easter. Mom seems to be slowing down. From my observations, I was with her about an hour, and yeah, she's slowing down. And I'm kind of thinking that it would probably be best to be with her, but I need something good to happen with my mom and pop business funding job to stay here. If not, I'm gonna have to leave the Bay Area for a little bit. It's not a good place to be in, folks. Here's Ellie. Here's Ellie. See her there? She's a good kitty. She's a good kitty, and she deserves a better owner than me. And that's the truth, folks. So I bid you all adieu. I'll keep you all posted how things go. And with that, bye-bye, everybody.